Here are the last part of chapter 13, Revelation 11. Then I saw another beast coming out of the earth. He had two horns like a lamb. Christ is a lamb, right? But he spoke like a dragon. That's Satan. In other words, it's like a false Christ, right? A false, that's a deceiver. That's Satan. He's most likely, for sure. He, according to other scriptures, he spoke like a dragon. He exercised all authority of the first beast. The first beast is most likely the country. In this case, it's most likely the Roman Empire, right at that time. Okay. He on behalf and made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast. You had to worship Caesar, right, or else he's considered a god, right? That's why they want to kill Christ and the Christians. They thought that they were their competition to overthrow the Roman Empire. But the beast had a fatal wound, but it was healed. Some think that's one of the revisions of the Roman Empire. Anyhow, that's still vague, And he nothing in scripture otherwise than that to compare. And he performed great and miraculous signs. That'd be Satan. That's talking about this dragon lamb. He has powers, do things, and even fire to come out of heaven in view of men. But of these signs he was given power to do on behalf of the first beast, that'd be the country, most likely the Roman Empire in this case. He deceived the inhabitants of the earth. He ordered them to set up an image of honor. That's most likely maybe the rulers of the Roman Empire, the image of the country, right? And he was given power to give breath, and Satan had the power, the rule of the world until Christ comes, to give breath to the image of the beast. In other words, to the rulers of the country, right, so that they can rule and cause all who refused to worship Caesar, right? He's the one, the image of the country, right? He was the God, to be killed. He also forced everyone, small and most likely, and great, rich and poor, to receive the mark of a slave, okay, either on his right hand or on his forehead. Now, interesting enough, or they couldn't eat or buy anything. It's interesting enough, other than just slaves and criminals, the Christians also were taken as criminals, like religious criminals to the Romans, and they were marked on the forehead, either on their forehead or on their wrist also. And obviously, if you're a slave, you can't work anywhere else. That's your money, and you need to do that, right? Marked or slave to make money to eat or buy anything. So it's very interesting. It's most likely something around there. Okay. Now and now here, so that no one could buy. Okay. The mark of the beast, which is also the name of the beast or the number of the beast. This calls for wisdom. Anyone who has insight, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. This number 666, either the number of the beast or the name of the beast. Anyways, Polycarp figured out quickly that Latinus, which is Latin man in Greek, it was written in Greek, meant a Roman.